Welcome back to Summoner's Rift. It's me, Mitch Gaetano, joined by James Leroy. Looks like we got... Wait, what's that school's name? Dunwoody Hawks versus SMSU Mustangs. Some early little poke as people gather at the entrances to their jungles. Not going to see any invades, it looks like.
Yeah, a little bit of roaming in, but nothing too crazy here.
Interesting mid lane matchup. We've got Devoted Darkus on the Hui versus a Karma mid. Karma is going to have a little bit of trouble later abusing the Hui's range. He should be able to stay out of tether, but in the early game, that's a different story.
Yeah, that early poke by her is just so aggressive and just pushes you out of lane constantly. It's top lane, too, just trades back and forth. Renekton, always that early push and sustain, followed by Yone as well.
Yeah, see, we've got two musical floating women that are both singing their songs in the bot lane, singing about how ADC is a terrible role and that they will not be playing it anymore. Been seeing a lot of Seraphine ADCs, and I wouldn't be surprised to see pretty much anything else other than a champion that uses auto attacks to deal damage.
Yeah, but one good gank and a Nautilus hook can change all that. Might have to change their tune bot lane.
Well, we'll see if Maokai decides to give bot lane a little bit of love. As we see Graves going to contest the Raptors right now. Maokai's there. We'll see who rotates first. It looks like Hui has priority, but neither of them are rotating. Here comes Karma. Actually, before Hui. That's going to be a bit of a disadvantage for weak side Ottoman. Maybe he just picks up the solo kill anyways.
What a shielder by Karma, just saving Maokai. First blood.
Unfortunate. Yeah, that's a bit of a tilter. We would have liked to have seen Hui rotate a little bit faster.
Yeah, just a little unlucky. Graves doing all he could right there and just almost grabbing the victory.
Okay, this is a good route. No way! Here we go. Seraphine Gaia Fail picks up a cheeky little kill to make it back to 1-1.
Yeah, nothing too crazy. Renekton doing that nice in and out slice and dice. Yep, going in and out, and Yon doing his thing. Going in and also coming right back out. Two top lane champions that are very impressive.
We've seen Pajamas put in some good work on Renekton recently. It seems to be a champion he's trying to learn, and I'd say he's learning it well. But I think that this is a pretty good matchup for him and the Yone.
Oh, and another invade here. Graves just looking for it.
This time, none of his laners have priority, so I'm really interested to see how this works.
Yeah, Karma's headed back. They're not able to quite help Sapling being thrown down. Graves, good job avoiding that. Grabs the smite and does get the red buff as well. You see that bot lane following up. Ash trying to get something on there, and flash from Graves there. Will be stealing the red buff. Nice little deny there and vision.
It's nice to see that Graves is playing the mental game more than anything else. I'll give him that.
No need to farm my jungle when I have yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good call. Bot lane trying to go over there too and help. Lost a little bit of XP as well here, so the singing bot lane will continue.
Well, it looks like red team has the Scuttle Crab and Drag is coming up, so if they get a good shove, then we might be able to see them go and try to take the dragon. I don't think anything's going to change in top lane. Some slow push into the tower, maybe we'll get some vision.
A little wet noodle fights, but these are a little bit more damaging. There's a little tax at the end of them, so they are doing some damage. Renekton slice and dicing in, going right back out.
Drag comes up. Looks like Maokai's going for grubs. He knows that the red side of the map is where Graves is at, and then it's warded. But it looks like Graves doesn't really care, and he's just going to go for the grubs as well. Fair game. I guess that means we'll see a little bit more action.
Yeah, Ocean Drake for the first one here. Great ward setting up and just playing a little defensively. We do have the tier as well starting for Seraphine, so there's going to have a nice, easy start for that. Nothing too crazy yet.
Yep, I'm really interested to see which team decides to go for what objective.
Yeah, right now just hovering around, poking out as they do there in the bot lane. We'll see what Ash responds back with here with her first buy to see if she can help a little bit more sustain in the lane, or if she's going to go one more damage.
I think that once Ash unlocks level 6, that it's actually going to be quite the flip in the kill pressure of the lane. Okay, never mind.
There is always that potential for that all-in because Nautilus on top of the Ash ult and instead of the hooks. Here comes
Yone goes in, but he's going to get tethered backwards. I don't know if he'll have enough damage. That leaves Maokai all alone. Renekton picks up the kill. And he's going to leave it there. Unfortunate. If you start the engage as a Yone with your E and you don't have the damage to pull off the full kill, then you're basically trolling your
Possibly
team.
a tower dive here. It looks like Renekton's going to be taking the blunt of it if he can. Graves, unfortunately, taking it.
Really
Renekton
weirdly executed.
not able to start the process there.
Okay, it looks like Karma's doing a very good job of staying within the range of her tether for Hui. But one of the major advantages of playing Hui is that all of your abilities hit people from the other side of the map, but apparently this Karma is finding a way to make the difference.
She must have picked up something that also has global tethers.
She probably has
New
Aether
item.
Lens.
So a 2-0 Seraphine for the bot lane here. It's just gonna get worse and worse, I feel. Even once they both hit 6 and go all in, I feel like the sustain and the shields is just gonna be too much there. Maokai,
this Maokai just won't leave the topside jungle. I mean, if the Maokai walks bot on the timing of their bot lane hitting level 6, then I mean, I don't see a way that they don't get cooked. But
yeah, Maokai ult, Nautilus ult, Ash ult, there's just too much CC and sustain coming down there.
You have to be asking yourself too, you know, if these guys are taking the grubs and have been contesting the grubs, well, looks like we're getting a fight right now.
Seraphine ult, unfortunately, not capturing both, and Sona just, you know, poking in, saying, hey, it's...
I mean, any pressure that they get now is pressure to help them take the drag. The less health that these guys have, the less health that they'll have when they're roaming to contest it. And if they get low enough, then they won't contest it at all. At least that's what I'm assuming is going through their head.
Graves right now.
Start the drag, and so they're in a pretty good position to take this drag.
Yeah, I don't see any response that's going to be happening here. No one's moving on the map. Just give this one, see what the next one brings
They
here.
took the grubs. They took what they wanted. Some interesting poke. Big wave, so you're Renekton catching it.
And ult for Ash, not yet for Nautilus. It's got to be coming up here shortly as well. Maokai going towards that top side, getting spotted out by that vision ward here.
Sona has ult as well, so we know Seraphine's ult is still down, or they do. But I think the Ash is a little bit too low to pressure, and the hook goes wide.
And with Graves there too, it's would not have been a great time. Yone zipping in and out here.
Oh, here we go. Nice
Ash being the target. Graves running down. Still has a little bit of speed here,
Graves
thanks to the Sona.
Yep, Graves has ultimate.
Nice job on that.
The tether.
Bringing them up.
Yeah, Battle of the Mages.
And Nautilus just trying to duck dive, dip dive, and dodge, and unfortunately can't get there. Dive towards the top side now.
Counter dive top results in a death, and I think that Dunwoody College is not happy with that exchange in the slightest.
I would not either. Renekton really showing up. The only ult flashes and just unfortunately not in time.
Yeah, Yone did a really good job there. It's unfortunate. I wonder if he didn't have ult, why they dove on that timing when they could have just waited for him to have ult.
Yeah, but just a little bit more patience would have went a long way for him here.
I guess they felt like maybe they had to execute, but there's no objectives up right now. Let's see what Lakeside Ottoman does. Just a little bit of scare tactics.
Let's see what these items they have bought here to see. Oh, Jesus.
She goes to out of the ward. She thinks she's safe, but she doesn't know she's playing against Ziggs with a paintbrush.
Oh, that new champ. I just don't know how I feel.
Well, do you like art?
It depends on the art. Art is objective, so I'll hit it with a yes for right now.
Subjective? Subjective,
Nope, it's up.
No, art is the objective.
It is. Yone just doing what he does best.
Yeah, okay, now this Yone is sort of starting to bully your neck tent, which is not what I was expecting out of this lane, but, what's the goal? Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Gold right now. We got just about 2K up here. Finishing the boots, quiver. Yeah, that Yone is going to be...
He's not necessarily spiked, but he's up a lot of gold. He doesn't have like a... oh, here we go.
This bot lane, this gap keeps on growing and growing. Over 40 CS here between Ashe and Seraphine. 3-0. Archangel's already completed here. Looking for boots. Great ult walking Ashe forward here. Followed up by the Sona ult as well.
Very well executed. Excellent work. Seraphine's just been putting in the hours, I guess, in the practice tool. Learning how to do the flash ult.
Renekton trying to slice and dice out of there. Unfortunately, Maokai ult rooting them up.
Yeah.
Karma.
Once again, trading the bot side of the map for the top side.
Ooh, Maokai does take it. Trying to leave it there for the carries, but fortunately it's a little close. Another tower plate going down, extending this bot lane even further.
The one negative of Seraphine ADC is that it doesn't have as much of the volatility as you would see from even another ADC mage. It can do damage and it definitely gets out of lane for free, but if Seraphine's going to be the one with the highest gold advantage, then you would hope that she would be able to pick apart the front line, which is the traditional role of ADCs, but we might not be able to see that.
And looks like another fight coming in. TP going on to that ward. Maokai trying to get out as best as he can. Unfortunately, 3-on-1 is not going to favor him this time. Renekton as well up there, just in case he was walking up.
You got to remember that getting even a single one of these grubs is pretty good, because the 6 grub bonus is significantly better than the 5 grub bonus. Getting 2 extra grubs for each person autoing a tower. I mean, if you can even like commit suicide to smite one of the grubs, it's usually worth it.
Dre coming up here shortly in about 20 seconds. Not a ton of vision here. I'm guessing Sona will be chalking that up here.
Renekton with the Eclipse Spike is willing to trade now.
Yeah,
he only has Kraken Slayer, but that's I think he still needs probably one more item before he can really pop off.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned earlier about the bot lane not having as much damage, but you look at the top side of the map between the jungle, mid, and top lane. I mean, there's your damage. Basically, those bottom two are just going to be that nice support of CC there, train farming utility. Second Dragon going over, not yet putting the pressure on, but just tightening up a little bit. Hex Tech 8 for the last.
Really good prep division on that Dragon. That triangle basically means that nobody can get in there, and if anybody does come in, they'll be on full vision the entire time. I really like that as an improvement that Cryolic and SMSU has made in recent games. Prepping vision is such a crucial role for supports, and we can see there's a lot more red trinkets than there are blue trinkets on the map.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see where the vision score lies right now between them, because it's going to be a big difference in the bot lane, I believe.
I mean, can we see stats? Yeah, it looks like Wei is coming out of laning phase ahead of this Karma as this gigantic fight for the Rift Herald starts to begin, but we know that Seraphine doesn't have ult, so it'll be interesting to see who comes out on top. Yone goes down, so I mean, it's a 3v2 now. If Karma goes down, then it's all that's sold. Blue is able to secure the Herald, but they take 3 for it.
Walking Tree trying to get out of there, unfortunately, nowhere to go and cannot hide.
Yes.
In the jungle. Yeah, with Yone just popping right away, just a lot of their damage, and the person that has that lead, unfortunately, is not able to help.
Yeah, too bad he can't hide in the jungle, even though that's where all the trees
just stand still and he won't find you.
Yeah, maybe he shouldn't be using that skin. It makes him stand out from the other trees.
And this tower just getting poked down here, as well as this Nautilus has to burn flash. It could have been close. Rather be safe than sorry at this point. You're already bleeding out, just trying to cap it.
It's probably not even worth flashing there, especially as the Nautilus support. His flash is better used as an engage tool to pick one of the carries. I mean, who cares if he dies at this point?
And Ash looks to be the next target here.
Yep.
Both.
Oh, wow. Perfect.
Wow, just what a burst of wombo combo CC. And
we're really seeing the benefits of that vision control as they're able to play from Fog of War and set up plays like that.
it's a great thing of the AD carry right now.
Yeah.
That's the position you're in.
Yep, yep.
We gotta wait 30 more minutes, but by then the game might be done. Push lane for the bot here, and Renekton just kind of staying up there doing the noodle fights. Meanwhile, in the bot lane here, we are just gonna be getting the push and the shove.
Yeah, it's like they're playing a bullet hell game.
Yeah.
There's two musical ladies.
And now Yon decides to jump down here. Should be the first, looks like 5-person team fight. Nautilus going back. Might have to quick delay here.
Yeah, I don't really see a dragon up. This is a really strange place for 4 people to be grouping, but maybe it's just more fun to have a team fight in the bottom lane.
Ashero
right
coming
now.
down does find a target. There's not a lot of follow-up. Great range on it, but unfortunately the rest of the team not able to. There goes their disengage kind of, or their engage also too from that arrow. Nice wards buying the TP out.
Well, you know, Rainbow Puffle, it was a good attempt shooting out the arrow, but I don't think that their team was really all on the same page, and even if they were, I don't think they want to walk into the blender that is way Seraphine's Sonnet.
Yeah, and we see the vision behind them too. There's 4 wards down there. I mean, you know, there's only so many places you can be at that point.
I mean, I really think that SMSU is in a pretty good position at this point. After all, some of the champs on Dunwoody are early game leaning, and it seems like that doesn't matter at all as SMSU comes out of the early game significantly ahead.
To the mid game, 3-1-3, 3-0, 4-0. I mean, it's, you definitely have the lead. You just got to make sure you take care of it now. Keep rotating, get those vision wards.
Yep.
What's your next objective? They're doing a great job now. Just got to keep up that pressure and just slowly.
It's highly unlikely that... Alright, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, you're good.
I was going to say, it's highly unlikely that... Man, I totally forgot what I was going to say.
That they throw.
I totally
You never
zoned
know.
out.
Rift Herald smacking up that top side there. Malachi popping out and saying hi.
Yeah.
A little bit of pressure going on there, and Drake coming up
she
in
gets back
24
in the-
seconds. 20 seconds, and there's a lot of vision once again in that little triangle area, like you mentioned before. It's
Really good that we tapped away so as not to record the Karma drive that Herald into the wall. I'm sure she doesn't want the people back home to see that. Sometimes it's hard to drive. She probably doesn't have a license.
first day on the job.
Yeah.
I mean, just giving up another dragon. Now they're pressuring
That's what I was
Soul
gonna
on the
say.
next one as well. It's
I was going to say it's really unlikely that they're able to come back and bleed out the next 4 drags, considering that SMSU has already taken the first 2 drags in the early game. Those grubs are a good complement to winning the early game, but to be honest, there's nothing quite like stacking drakes to win a game. And if you're in the winning position, you've already stacked 3 drakes. That's what it is.
Malachi trying to get away, and looks like we are having the Brady Bunch over here for breakfast.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
everyone rotating around.
Mm-hmm.
Malachi just trying to get out there with his life.
SMSU
TP bottom
helping
here
you.
for Seraphine, gonna poke out that, you know, and just every time you feel like there's an answer, either the whole team's there, there's something for them to lose.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like Drag's gonna be down for a while, but Baron is up. Normally it would be a little bit risky, but since they're winning so handedly, I wouldn't be surprised to see an early Baron.
Yeah, up
Maybe they look for a pick mid or a pick bot. Really a pick anywhere, just lead straight into a Baron because there's no way that 3 more of them can come and stop him.
Yeah, up on 5k, 6k gold almost here. You know, you gotta find your entrances into your jungle, start warding, start putting at that perimeter. But I'm just not seeing too much of that at this current moment. But yeah, if they run around as a gang squad, there's gonna be some easy picks here. Graves feeling really strong. Just about a 3 at him complete. He can basically walk wherever he wants. Does blow flash just in case the rest of the team is there. Not a lot of vision on them there.
Yeah, I guess does Seraphine have teleport? So she doesn't have teleport. Okay.
2 teleports down here. Looks like mid still has it. A little circle and dance around Baron. They know that's going to be the next thing coming up here. And
Yeah.
with the amount of strength that they have, it is a very, very real threat.
Well, you know, Dunwoody, SMSU knows that Dunwoody can't push anywhere past like the halfway point in the map. If they do, they get killed and they take Baron. The best that they can hope for is to clear jungle camps and hope that SMSU just doesn't do anything. But in the meantime, I mean, the longer that they wait, the more vision that SMSU is going to clear and set up. And once this entire jungle is warded, then it's going to be impossible to fight for the Baron.
And Renekton down low, just taking that full wombo combo from Yon and,
Yeah.
you know, getting out without a scratch here. So he's effectively now said, you need to bring 2 people to me in order for this to work out for you, which I still don't know if that's going to be enough. You commit that hard, there goes the Baron. So great pincer move here by them, just trying to see what's going on. Great vision as well. We have 2 minutes to Dragon. We'll see if they want to dance around that Baron,
Yeah,
make
I
a
guess
play, or
they'll go
wait
for
for
Dragon.
that Elder and Soul here to pop up. Looks like a gathering around mid.
It seems like SMSU should be pushing their advantage, but to tell you the truth, their late game is so much stronger that I honestly think that even baiting like this and buying time is beneficial. And a good dodge from Renekton means that he doesn't die outright. He tries to trade back the kill, but Yone almost takes his life with him.
Yeah, completing the second item there for him, really giving him that small little push. Renekton will go back and complete his as well. Let's see what he gets. Graves getting a little caught out, dashes away. Not quite done with this, unfortunately.
The ult is down. It's possible. Okay, this fight is really important because it basically decides who gets the Baron.
Nautilus is Seraphine trying to get in there. Does get stunned up a little bit.
Seraphine Soda ult down, only Graves ult left. Nautilus gets picked.
And now Karma, the next target here, running away. Maokai leaving as well. Looks like they got out of there unscathed here. A little bit of health bars, but nothing blinking too much here. This could be a Baron potential, but they're just going to leave it here.
I think they're going to
Drag's
prep for the
come in up for
Dragon
30
Soul.
seconds.
Yep. It's
Play it
less
nice and
risky.
safe.
And they know that the enemy team can't take Baron, so I guess they'll have some solace in that.
Maokai trying to flash in. Looks like they were
Okay,
hanging here for the
getting
dive,
knocked
but
back a little
unfortunately,
bit. Yeah.
Yon just not able to get there and barely walks away.
Yeah, if only he didn't
with
use
his
his
life.
ult on Renekton and bot lane, he would have had it there and the way would have been picked. That would have been a nice shutdown to segue into not getting the soul. But because they were unable to pull off that kill, it looks like SMSU is going to be able to grab the soul and maybe close out this game.
Yeah. Looks like alts are going to be a little bit here. Nautilus ult down, Maokai ult down. That's 2 giant engages for them. So they have to figure out another way to get in that Baron pick, especially on that blue side.
I mean,
there's not a lot of great opportunity for that.
Dunwoody had to contest, or they had to have had contested this dragon. Because, I mean, now red team has soul. Once a team has soul, statistically, they have an 80% chance of going on to win the game.
And just the damage itself that in lies. Plus now knowing Elder's the next one too. And they couldn't grab anything on the back end of it. Going to be a little bit of ward clearing. Renekton going towards that bot side again. Gonna see what he does for the trades here. Does have the TP up, so he can join the team.
Yep.
Same as Yon here, so bot lane just gonna fight it out a little bit while the Baron dance, I believe, is gonna be coming up once again.
Looks like the trade pattern's starting to favor Renekton a little bit more as he gets Sundered Sky. I think that's what that item's called. Pretty sure.
Yep.
And Karma's just already starting to fall off. I mean, she basically spikes at Malignance. She spikes at level 1, but she spikes one more time at Malignance, and then the rest is history. So, Hui spikes at every other item.
There's just not a lot of damage on that other side besides the Yon. Like the
yeah,
Ash is still 2 items from really making that deep impact, at least, and I don't see that coming up anytime soon.
Their peel isn't very threatening either. I mean, this Nautilus is not... he doesn't have enough protections or health to be able to really stand in front of people and survive for more than 3 seconds.
Yeah, the amount of poke that's coming out on the other side is really hurting their ability to get in. Nautilus isn't just finding, you know, a great engagement.
And I mean, talk about like the worst case dragon for SMSU to have gotten from Dunwoody's perspective. I mean, it's the ability haste dragon soul, and they're playing against the double or triple casters. The
When it
last
rains,
thing you
it
want is for
pours.
them to have more ability haste for more CC and more poke.
Yeah, it's not pretty any way you cut it. You know, it's gonna have to a major
Okay,
catch
here we
out.
go. This is a lot of colors, and the screen is very colorful, and now Maokai is dead.
Unless you
mean-
look at his screen, then it's the
Yeah,
little gray.
there's not much color, is there? I mean, that's their jungler dead. It's pretty easy to just take the bail. And
Yeah, looks like they're gonna be pushing up middle just a little bit here, not quite
Yeah.
headed towards now. They are
yeah, it looks
knowing
like now
that
they're realizing that
Yon
there's
is
no
there.
kill pressure from Dunwoody with the remaining champions, and that they have no smite. So they're screwed.
Yeah, Baron going down pretty quickly already at a quarter HP. Great wards leading up to that entrance. The only way they can really go is mid, and I think that's not going to be happening here anytime soon. Free Baron going over 3 minutes to the next objective. They're free to
Yeah.
find a lane and push it down.
Wonder how they'll go. Maybe 2-1-2 or maybe 5. I'm not sure.
I
how
mean,
they're gonna
right
push
at this point, you might as well just 4-1. Renekton's holding his own.
Yeah,
It's
true.
working out going as a group. You know, you can maybe send Graves to the side lane, but I would just be worried about that one person or 2 people going out and then
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
collapsed on the floor.
I think that what Nautilus really wants to be doing right now is warding the entrances to the jungles. If you look at their ward placement right now, it unfortunately doesn't really achieve much for Dunwoody.
Well, if you look at the vision score even too for the sports, we got 65 to 27. Not a lot getting placed there, as well as clearing. You know, Wraith Camp going in, Wolves, you know, some along those areas, because you're not wanting to leave your base at this point. There's nothing for you to leave for, but you also don't want to be walking in a jungle and then get 5-man goon squatted. Trying to clear out a low vision there. He's trying.
Seraphine
He's
is very bold.
I mean, when you're feeling strong at this point, you know, you got 3 deathless scores on the other side. It's just tightening up that grip ever so slightly. Yon being the next target. TP coming in here from Karma. Gonna try to just relieve a little bit of pressure, but we see the backside. 2 people coming in. Yone going in, but fortunately getting hit up with everything on the other side. Seraphine getting pretty well chunked, I'm guessing. Yep, there's
Yeah,
the Soda heal
Soda
coming
is
in.
like the best late game support, so...
There, Maokai going in.
Okay,
Tide
here
line
we
coming
go.
in. Graves getting caught out. Flashes out.
Now
Riptide
they're
popping him up.
They just don't
Nautilus
have the
being
damage.
the first one, and we see
They don't
them
have the damage.
backing out. That dragon, even just the damage that's coming out there, even on their back foot, is still going really nicely. Slice and dice. Fortunately, Karma having to get out of there. Not poking.
It's not
Persona,
enough. Their
yeah.
Ashes doesn't have enough gold, and because of the comp, I guess she decided that she needed a second item Wits in, and it's just not going to be as volatile as she needs it to be in order to push SMSU off.
Everyone taking the X-Gate out of there here. Dragon coming up in 40 seconds. That's Elder. You might as well push mid at that point and really just seal the fates. We'll see what they end up doing here, if they're going to back, ward up, buy, or if they're just going to shove this down mid and try to get a little bit more. Mid lane here could be getting cut out. We do not have the Maokai. Aldi's got to be looking for something.
We
Twist
see a
in.
big Seraphine ult as Spencer takes a nap, and they're going in on the Yone.
I just can't believe Seraphine got out of there. That's got to be really.
Salt in the wound.
That's Nautilus, the next one to fall here too.
Wow,
Elder
100
Drake.
Plus 140 gold.
Clearly.
Unfortunate.
I mean, they had the rated, yeah. There was only 2 people there. Maokai caught someone. Unfortunately, the rest of the team was not there to follow up. And then the TP by Renekton just giving a little bit of like a, hey, we're coming in, you better get ready.
I mean, if we can see a heroic Elder Steel right here, then maybe
he's got
they
the ult.
don't lose right now.
Mid lane Yone trying to get in there,
okay.
trying to figure out something. Does get the
but he
shutdown.
lives. He lives.
Drag still at 4,000 here, trying to get out.
It's
Nice
honestly
twisted
kind of perplexing.
line in. It's going to be the smite fight between Maokai and Graves, down to 1,700.
And there it goes. You really have to wonder why SMSU didn't 5-man for the buff that guarantees that they win the game. They actually did the only one thing that they could possibly do to give the Dunwoody Falcons a chance to get back into the game, and look what just happened. I mean, there's really no reason not to have 5 people show up for the Elder Dragon, because once you take it, it's literally GG.
You saw what happened in the mid lane, that they split up and then they do it again right afterwards. Where yes, Dragon clearly grab that, go mid, pushed in. Yes, you did get an inhibitor. They're down 2. There's only 1 lane now to push. You send Renekton bottom. You do a nice little dance back and forth between the minions, and
I mean, I think that if you send 5 people to the Elder Dragon, it's 20 to 3. I don't think that they can get into the pit and stop you, and if they do, they die. And once you get the Elder Dragon, you in the game.
But the smite was at 4 HP. 4.
I mean, it's definitely a lot more interesting now that this game has taken this turn. Maybe they'll be able to use that Elder Dragon to collect enough shutdowns to put themselves in a winning position. I still think that their champions aren't as strong in the late game. Sona and Hui and Graves are going to be menaces, and they have no drags, but it's certainly a start.
Yeah, just looks like there are 40 seconds here for the Baron. The next fight that'll happen, unless something pops up earlier. But looks like they're going to 5-man roam here with Renekton, just in case someone's trying to get some vision out here. Maokai just saying, hey, throwing some saplings.
Yep. Sadly, they have to use this Elder Dragon buff to defend their base. Oh wait, here we go. No way.
Seraphine ult. Great, trying to hold him on. Unfortunately, Yone just a little too powerful. One goes down.
Elder buff is still up for a little bit longer. I mean, they can make something happen.
Yeah, trade back from the Graves there on the Karma. They're trying to stick together as best they can.
The time is now. If they can get picks now, then they can go take Baron. Yeah. That's what I'd be using the Elder buff to do.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're just going to reset here a little bit and regroup. Elder Drake's got to be coming to a close here quickly, so they do have to make the play if they're going to. Push out that bot side a little bit. You got Yone for the TP. Yeah. Let him come in and join. Baron getting started here, and there's no response on the other side.
Dunwoody is just not in the position to be letting these things go. You have the Elder Dragon. It's just one of those times where you're losing so bad that you kind of have to flip the coin. I mean, you might lose, but you're going to lose the game anyways if you just let SMSU take everything for free and then siege you with 2 inhibs down and Baron.
Yeah, it would not be the call of staying passive. Like, you know, if you know you have that late game champions where you're going 45, minutes deep, and you start really getting those 6 items, power spikes, yes, but that's not the case.
Maokai is able to close the gap on Devoted Darkus.
Zanya's coming out, not slicing, dicing over quite over the wall there. Maokai looking to come back in, gets swallowed up there by Graves. Sona ult, unfortunately not hitting the target, going all the way to the back line, but does get CC'd out. Slice and dice going in, Karma grabbing out.
There we go. That should be enough to send them. They at least get the other inhibitor, probably triple inhib, and yeah, with these 2 getting picked here, I wouldn't be surprised.
3 down, 4, 1 left Ashe, and we know she's really carrying the team on the other side, so will not be surviving too much longer.
I think that's all she wrote. Well, I mean, it was a really good Elder Dragon steal. And you can tell that until the very end, Dunwoody was putting up a fight, but those early game leads and a late game scaling team, especially with the Dragons, I think that this one ended a bit predictably.
Yeah, with that early game, you just gotta be a little bit more aggressive and play towards that. Otherwise, when it gets to that mid and late, you're giving up everything.
Yep.
What do you do?
We'll see you guys in the next game for another game of Summoner's Rift.
For game of Summoner's Rift. Well, on the other side, getting a Rel Smolder. I mean, it's just a lot of action on the team, and we look like there is a topside invade. Nice little thumbs up. Just
yeah, everything's going crazy right now as Brand goes in and autos him one time. I think somebody has first strike or something. So that's like what, 5 extra gold?
I mean, they've won. They've won right there.
Yeah, 5 extra gold. But when you think about the accumulated interest, that can turn into something a lot bigger down the line. Leona changing it up, no longer playing Nautilus. No more double music lady bot lane. Now we've got the dragon that should have been banned, and Rel. So some crazy engage for some really weak early game. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. But, you know, I'm starting to think that Smolder's so broken that his early game's pretty good anyways. What do you think?
It's Smolder. I should be permanent banned forever. Yeah. But, I mean, if we look at the team comps, yes, there's a lot more action going on here. We got Leona Rel, that both all-in champions got MF ults that are just waiting to come rain down trouble. I'm hoping for some early action. You know, hopefully a little bit more of some dragon fights going on than here you take in. We'll watch you.
Yeah, Syndra versus Ahri. This is going to be really cool to watch because Ahri's devoted Darkus' main champ. Pretty good Ahri player. We'll see if Icky Coffee's got the chops on Syndra.
Yeah, Syndra, I mean, the fight's a really, really nice skill matchup. It does favor a little bit towards the Syndra if you can, you know, just with the ult, you know, point and click and just watch them go, especially if you get that QE combo and just ton them up for days. Just like that.
Yeah.
Throw the ult. Unfortunately, not clearing out that ward in time for Rel. Nice smaller poke, as everyone knows the fear of that Aatrox.
Okay.
Going in on the Tuesday.
He hits every single crit. That's pretty good.
Not bad at all.
Syndra dipping a little bit in your mana reserves, but nothing too crazy.
I mean, starting off that tier.
Oh, here we go. Bot lane, red buff again. Interesting. Let's see if the shoe's on the other foot now.
Yeah, just waiting there for him. He's got to have PTSD from the last time. He's going to
get very upset when he sees what's about to happen.
Bot lane not moving, mid lane.
He sees the fireball go into the bush. I wonder if he's picking up on. Yeah.
It's going to reset. This is just awful. Well, now the collapse comes. Ahri's coming over, Smolder and Rel. Viego, nice job just getting out of there. Causing Riki a little bit of havoc, but
I'm Viego.
did have to blow the flash this time.
Yeah, dude. What a good mental play.
Ooh, topside getting very close there with Ornn and Aatrox.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Bot lane pushing in. Viego could be looking towards that bot side. Something going on. Nice stuns up by Syndra, just hitting those early and getting those confident.
Yeah.
Pushes really just helps the lane. Leona waiting for
really
that all
surprised.
in.
I think that the Misfortune double tap into Leona Mark synergy is pretty good. So, I mean, they should have a lot of initial burst, but it's looking like a lane gank from Bran.
Yeah,
or not. I guess he's just recalling under tower.
I just wanted to come down there just in case, you know, Viego's hopping around or something, because they are quite pushed up. There's no vision, just a little bit of, hey, I'm back here in case you need something. Aatrox, you know.
It's good that he's getting the reset before drag. We'll see which lane gets picked and which lanes have priority as this dragon spawns. Last game, Maokai went for the grubs, but since they got 4 dragged, maybe he'll be more inclined to go for the drag, but I think he's just going to go for grubs again.
Another push here towards that top side. We'll see if they get to go. Ahri roaming a little bit as well towards there. Just kind of push them out. This bot lane being a lot of aggressive, just kind of pushing up. Really forcing their will until Leona really goes in. Just like the Nautilus before. Not giving that early pressure back, you know, giving them a little bit of a taste of, hey, we are here, we're able to come in, but this is just
Well, they
free
can't start a
poke.
fight now. They've been shipped down to half HP, the two of them. Now it's like they're basically fighting with half the health of.
Yeah. Well, that's because they didn't
SMSU
go in
now.
early enough.
Yeah. It's a little bit hard to go in before level 3, but I think you just play safe till
Make-
you're level 3 timing and smoke them. Level 2 is interesting.
Ocean Drag here for the first dragon. No vision on it quite yet, but it looks like towards
Yeah,
top
I mean
side
they've got Prio in top and mid is even, but Bran is a professional grub taker. It's like his best trait. Let's see him taking those grubs.
Yeah, we'll follow those stacks on Smolder
looks
once
like-
that late game comes in.
Looks
Hey,
like he listened to something that his coach told him, getting those bunched together so that he could hit him with all the abilities.
that's the training right there.
Yeah. Nice little Bran tips and tricks.
Nice charm landed there by Ari going in
Yeah,
and out.
good
Unfortunately,
play.
that mana pool just gets depleted every time you keep hitting those wombo combos. Nice pop up there by Ornn. Aatrox still. That nice sustained champ going in and out. Ritz.
Yep. Oh, Viego's in a bit of a pickle.
You
Let's see if
can't
he
hit
gets
what you
charmed. Does he
can't
get
see.
charmed? Ooh, and the charm.
The circle of fire around
Yeah.
Viego, but not a lot of panic coming out because we saw Ari very low, not able to use ult or really follow up with anything.
Yeah,
Brand,
it's surprising
unfortunately.
just how much priority they have in these in jungle and in bot lane. Is that making a lot of noise?
Charm missing there. Ari has 2 more rushes.
Boom.
Goes forward, trying to get that Syndra. Pops electrocute, and Syndra just walking away. Smolder just once again poking out everything. MF low mana and health getting shoved in here.
Yeah, 52
52.
stacks. They're working on 225, but they got a long way to go. Luckily, with how passive Dunwoody plays, I don't see any problem with SMSU making it with 225 stacks. They picked a tank top lane, so they're not going to be carrying through there.
Leona trying to get in there, unfortunately not able to. Viego waiting in the wings, knowing that bush
What are
is
those-
warded.
There's 2 weird potions that Syndra has. I don't never see. Oh, never mind. Here's an engage.
Rel coming in there. Leona being
Yep.
be the first target down for
Yep.
one side. Smolder going down there, uses the cleanse. Rel gets first one, calls
Oh,
down
no
Mob,
way.
grabs the MF, and now it is the 1v1. The
Yeah, the
resets
double
by
kill for
Viego,
Smolder.
and now the Smolder as well. Switches
Yeah,
back
now
to
it's
regular
a lot of
form,
speed.
and nice flash out.
Also,
but
wasn't this Viego their top laner last game?
I'm not sure. We'd have to look at that.
Yeah, he definitely is because his name is Korean. Remember the Korean Yone? Interesting.
Little spice of life. Gotta
Yeah.
switch it up every once in a while. Ornn coming in here, trying to find Aatrox. Unfortunately, getting pulled back in with those chains. Oh, no, and Bran. We'll see if the dive here gets a little bit better. Gets
That's the sound that Bran makes every time he kills somebody because he's a zombie.
that he is. They can't communicate very well.
Yeah. He can also look for drags maybe at some point. Or I guess he's just gonna wait for grubs to respawn and take those. Because we see Smolder has hit 6 a long time ago. Neither of the enemy bot laners have 6 yet.
So Smolder, the only one with flash or summoner spell on the other side, while both flashes are up on the other. Leona might be getting 6 here. Sure looks like
That's
Rel
a
does
very
get 6
interesting.
underneath tower. Unfortunately, not able to capitalize on that flash blown by MF.
Yeah.
Trying to get the last shot, unfortunately, not going to happen. And Smolder punishing very hard. Syndra on the
Yeah,
side there. Wombo.
unfortunately, Not really a bunch of outplay, more just like a long series of mistakes.
Just let him have it, all right? Just let him have the outplay.
I don't know what to say.
This is not Master League.
Yeah. Oh, and some people are moving forwards and backwards, and then forwards again in the top lane, and then backwards again. And forwards again, and as we see a crit 3Q from Aatrox take Ornn down to about a quarter HP. This should help set SMSU up for the grubs. But I think that we're more likely to see
Nice charm there.
a
We're
very
already going to
good
be
charm from Darkus.
walking away here, and Smolder just having his way with the tower. Leona going in, but unfortunately no follow-up from
Pretty good
NF.
stun getting him under tower. At least now he's half health. It looks like Bran wants to go for the dragon now. Luckily, Ornn TP'd top, so we won't be seeing him at the dragon. Aatrox holds on to his. That's a pretty good advantage for SMSU. I don't think that Dunwoody isn't none the wiser.
Yeah, not a lot of vision. They may have copped in there on that one ward there, but free dragon giving away 10 minutes. See what the next one is here.
Okay.
Stacks 96 getting up there, almost at that 100 mark.
Yeah, I mean, this character just builds up stacks so fast. And the longer the game goes on, the faster he builds up stacks. Probably anticipate a fully stacked Smolder at about 22 minutes if he keeps his farm good. Boom. That was interesting. He went up really high.
We got Void Rubs going on the other side as well, so no more objectives. We'll see Bran coming up towards the backside of there. They might be looking for a potential dive. Rel alt.
Well, yeah, just a
Smolder.
recall. I think if
Ornn.
they crash this wave, we might see a dive, but we see Viego off. Bran cancels this back, it would be crazy. Nah, he takes the full back, and Aatrox gets solo killed by Depraved Sicko, showing some depraved skills on Ornn.
Yeah, nice little wombo combo going on here. Just starting the dominance, getting that Thorn Mail right away.
Yep.
Or not quite, the Bramble Vest. Just helping reduce that healing.
I've heard it said that Thornmail into Aatrox is a bait, but I think it makes people delusional. There we go.
Ariel, Spear Vest going on.
Wow.
Oh, Mob coming down, and fortunately not. 2 for the blue. We'll take that.
Yeah, SMSU picks up some good kills. I mean, this is really a team comp that you do not want to be losing against early. I don't know how SMSU keeps getting away with these early game lanes, just pulling ahead. But the goal difference is, as highlighted, pretty substantial.
Yeah, just about 4K difference right now, and we see some completed items coming out.
Well, I mean, just take a look at Smolder's farm. It's 100. He's almost 60 CS up. 13 CS is about a kill, so that's like 13 or 14 kills up.
Yeah, it's really gonna hit once she gets back and gets that next item there. Top lane, unfortunately not able to finish, and Viego will be coming in, cleaning that up. No vision on the top side there, so.
What we've noticed
very
from
susceptible.
this Korean character player is that he's very good at snowballing these anime Riot champions. I think that each game has been seeing if Dunwoody could snowball their anime character hard enough, and this game is probably going to be more of the same. The question is, will they prevail this time, or will it be another sad display? Okay, decent engage.
They are going in. No alts being used quite yet. Both MF and Leona have them. Rel's coming up here probably in about 10 seconds or so. Let's see if there's going to be a potential fight.
Both sides bot have all sums. Rel's ult isn't back up. I mean, okay,
Leona going in, MF ult.
Oh, and
Raining down.
really something else is. That was that.
They tried. We'll give them that.
Okay,
They tried.
we're seeing a really crazy fight. Viego going in. Can he kill the Bran? He jumps in the Bran to avoid the burn, but he still gets hit by the passive. Bran sets up another burn, but this Ornn is so tanky. Let's see if Devoted Darkus can clutch it up with the true damage on his Q, and he does get the kill. That's 4-0 for Devoted Darkus. He's really popping off this game. This guy's the master of Ahri.
And a really nice triple kill, kind of going towards the backside there, picking off the weak and then rejoining the team with that Spirit Rush over the Baron pit to finish that off.
This Leona's starting to get a little bit more brave, starting to engage when Kryluk goes under tower. If they've been doing that a little bit earlier, then I think that we might be seeing a different bot lane, but
At least too late.
Now.
Yeah, and some good positioning too, so then MF can't double up on a lot of those shots there. But now Ari with those kills, it's just going to be a giant snowball here, especially with the pick potential that we see on that side. You got the Rill, you got Aatrox, you got Ari that can all just, one person to catch out and the rest can come up to it.
I think that their team is going to find a little bit of difficulty unless they can get some really good Viego moments early on in the team fights. It's kind of like a Silas effect where, it's going to be some clip on Brand. If Viego can steal the soul of Brand and then get off the passive, burn everybody, and then steal the soul of somebody else, I mean, they could turn SMSU's team fight power against them.
Leona just fortunately calling down the ult, but no one is home. And now the fight's breaking out here for that Dragon Pit. We see up top Aatrox doing a good job of keeping Orin at bay. And there goes the Spirit Rush going on. MF, unfortunately, just a little too far behind to do anything, even with those Yomos. Ghost Blade. More fights going on.
Syndra is getting caught, though. That's a really good shutdown for Syndra.
Orin as well getting that shutdown there. Smolder calls out Mom, grabbing over the kill. Dragon being picked now as the next target. Nice little fist bump right there.
Yeah.
Top lane saying, I got this, don't worry about me.
Oh, did Aatrox get solo killed again?
Yep.
Wow, Depraved Sicko is really coming into his own.
And now with that Thornmail and the boots, it's how much damage is it going to do? Yes, he's got Black Cleaver on the other side, but is he going to be able to shred enough of that armor?
We'll have to wait and see how the Thornmail rush into Steel Caps goes for the Brand and Ari, who are going to be not really caring so much about that armor that the Ornn is stacking in order to win this lane.
Oh, Aatrox does find him. He's going to be pulling him back so low, and even you can have all the armor in the world, Aatrox is still going to find that time to get through. Viego might be trying to answer that. Does flash over, finds Aatrox all popped already. He's going to chain him back in, 1v1ing him, and some really nice outplay going on there by Pajamas.
Yeah, Pajamas knows the power of his champion. He knows to show no fear. Even though this Ornn is really difficult for him to take down, he knows he's still playing Aatrox. And if you take a look, Aatrox is level 13, but the important thing about that is that Aatrox's biggest power spike is level 9 as he gets his Q to max rank. And he's not too far off from that mid-game spike, so even though the Ornn doesn't respect him, Viego definitely should.
Well, he just got a ton of gold in his pocket, taking that turret as well as 2 kills. Once Ornn got caught out, Viego just should have said, hey, sorry about that, but you're going to be pushed out. Ari finding out the Ari. Nice wombo combo, and that's the danger.
This Syndra is really starting to pick up some gold. Syndra's only 300 gold behind Ari, who is 5-2. Partly because she took that Ari shutdown earlier on. I see the gold again. Let's see, we got 7k on Smolder and a 4k on MF. That's going to basically be game losing.
Tries to pop him over Viego. Unfortunately, just got done with the camp. Really good call down there. Rill just CCing him up, and Mom getting called down to finish the job. A little bit of a collapse going on here. Syndra still feeling pretty healthy. Ornn coming around the backside, gets the vision on it. One-man pop-up misses the rest, all being called down. Does grab one. Smolder being chalked up there, has to use Cleanse, trying to get out of there. Ornn going down. Another one will be coming there, as well as MF. Gets jumped. Syndra as well going down, and it's now down to Leona, and that will unfortunately not be the fight that they wanted to take. Meanwhile, Aatrox on that top side, taking the turret.
Do you think that... I was gonna say, do you think Riot knows that the Smolder ult has a different audio than the rest of the abilities?
They're a small indie company. I don't think they have too many devs working on that. That top tower going down after that fight, as well as bot lane as well. Aatrox just wreaking havoc, gaining more gold and a little bit more of that solo. Level 14 now. We look at the other side, MF at 9, Leona at 8. It is definitely going to be a tough time for that bot lane being useful in this at this rate.
Ari's really happy to pick up that 600 gold tier 2 turret. Just solidifying her lead.
Grabbing a Lich Bane second item. That's aggressive.
Yeah. I'm not really too up to date with what the current Ari build is, but
I would not be building that. I mean, if you're going to be weaving in those autos in between all your abilities, yes, you hit it down. But there's not a lot of ability power in that as it scales. So
yeah, maybe a Luden's companion would have served them a little bit better.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I could definitely be wrong, and we'll see if I am here. But that Syndra just hitting like a freight train, completing the staff as well as that Hex deck as well.
There we go. Diego having a really hard time farming pretty much anything.
Oh, they do take the tower. They might be wanting to turn here. Leona and Orin's on the backside. A lot of CC trade going on. Here comes the Orin ult. The Leona ult just not hitting anything. Orin ult as well. Getting locked out. Rel doing the wombo combo, hitting them in there.
The Smolder in the back, if anything, but I think Diego can't really make a decision, or is that he doesn't want to because he knows he'll die, but he ends up going in anyways. A little bit late. You would want to fight with your team there. I guess he just couldn't find the flank.
There was just too many
Smolder
missed
is practicing to be a dragon.
ults going on. Leona ult missing, Orin ult missing. Those are your two giant engagements that allows Diego to get in there and do the damage. But without those, they really could not do anything. Now Baron being the next thing.
I see. Smolder is very close to having his Elder Dragon buff. I think it's 225, right?
It's yep, 225, and it is coming up a lot quicker than what they would like. Dragon, also Inferno coming up. That's going to be... You don't want to see this on the other side. We'll see if there is another team fight going on here. Leona ult just about ready to be up. I don't think Ornald's going to be ready for this fight quite just yet. Rel as well, ticking down for that. Clearing a little bit of vision, does start the Dragon up. They have one Lord towards that top side middle, as well as now the entrance on the other side. And it's going to be taken down too quickly for them to even take a look at that.
Baron plus 3 drags. Looks like SMSU is going to get another clean sweep on the Dragons, which is not what you want to see.
Now hopefully they get the Soul Dragon. They don't
the Soul
send
Dragon.
2 people for it.
Well, that would be the Elder Dragon. Unfortunately for the red team, even if they take the Elder Dragon, I think Smolder pretty much is right about got his permanent Elder Dragon buff. So we'll see that 59% win rate put to good use.
Yeah, and they're just grouping up. Looks like bot
6
lane.
stacks off.
Syndra and
4
Aatrox down there, and Syndra has to respect Aatrox as it takes one chain and she is gone. Here's the ult coming in for Ornn. Redirects it back at
Weak side Ottoman. If they can pick Brand in the beginning, then they can use him to get that Brand passive off, and it can turn the team fight. Please. Oh, but it doesn't matter because I'm pretty sure that Guy of Fail has been able to achieve his Dragon practice stacks. He's a fully fledged dragon, and now Elder Dragon is a thing of the past.
Ari just zipping in and out quick,
Yeah.
saying, hey, what's up? Looks like 2 turrets here should be going down, as well as the inhibs. They still got plenty of time, rotate over. I mean, not that they could go for the end. Might be a little bit for
Triple
the greed.
inhib is perfectly fine.
Yeah, can't complain about that. 24 minutes into this game, losing 2 inhibs and soon to be the 3rd. Smolder just doing all the annoying damage that the Syndra. Trying to poke down Smolder, not finding it. You see that execute.
This could be the end of the game.
Damage. Aatrox going in, trying to find something here.
That's a good knockup, a really good knockup.
Yep, Ornn finding 2 right there. Syndra low, Ornn low, but fortunately not able to find anything.
Oh man, that was tough.
Oh, MF just very close to getting down. Can't outrun Mom, unfortunately.
Yeah, Mom just sniped MF.
Mom knows where you're at all the time. You can't avoid her. Yeah, looks like the top tower also fell. You got one inhib left. It's just a good old group and end at this point.
Does his damage scale any further with the dragon practice stacks he gets afterwards? Yeah, it looks like his damage continues to stack even after he continues to stack dragon practice. So as this game goes on, his Elder Dragon passive, his percent max health execute, if you will only get stronger and stronger.
I can only think of Ralph right now from The Simpsons. I'm in danger.
Yes.
Topside getting pushed in now. You got Rel, Brand, and Ari slowly pushing in. Smolder on the outside, just ready to poke down. Nice stun by Syndra, but unfortunately nothing to follow up, and not doing a ton of damage here.
Okay.
Smolder clearing the waves here. You got super minions coming in. That one tower is pretty low. Lauren and Leona are going to be looking for something. Drives in there, unfortunately, getting talked up by Aatrox going in. You see the ult
really
come down.
Hits most of the team, and that is it. Another well-played game from SMSU, showing that it doesn't matter if you're picking early game scalers. As long as you just have more skill, you can win anyways.
Ari really praying that they ended early and that song just didn't go out.
Wow. Thank you guys for joining us. It's been me, Mitch Gaetano. I'm joined by my friend, Spencer Lawaji.